Sandusky City Commission will have an invocation offered by Commissioner Pajali, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Praise God. Lord, thank you for another day of life and the privilege of serving on this commission. We call on you this evening to guide us as one body with one goal to make life better for those who live and work in our community. Finally, Lord, please watch over and bring the peace initiatives in the Middle East to a successful conclusion. In Jesus we trust. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As far as you call the roll.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Brady?
Here.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. Pajali?
Here.
Mr. Kuntz?
Here.
Mr. Crable?
Here.
Ms. Fargo?
Here.
Mr. Waddington?
Here.
Commissioners, you have before the minutes of our meeting of September the 22nd of 2025. What is your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Waddington.
I move that we accept the minutes from the September 22nd meeting as presented.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Without objection, the motion be approved, and hearing no objection, those meeting minutes are approved. We have on our agenda first thing this evening a public hearing on an amendment to the residential district fence height. This is going to be conducted by our own Adam Panis, our assistant planner.
Mr. Chairman, this is a public hearing to consider proposed text amendments or ordinance changes to our planning and zoning code, section 1145.17, landscape features and yard structures. This proposal will allow for new fences or walls in the side yard of residentially zoned properties to be constructed to a height of not more than 6 feet above grade, unless it is adjacent to a front porch or other front entrance feature within that side yard, then not more than 4 feet. For quick context, every parcel in the city has a front yard, side yard, and rear yard. Where each yard begins and ends depends on what structures are present on that lot. But the diagram on this slide depicts the typical arrangement on a residentially zoned property in Sandusky. Moving on, each yard has different fencing requirements, namely different maximum heights. As you can see on this slide, the current code requires that fences in side yards not be taller than 4 feet above grade, which brings me to the reason I'm speaking before you today. During the past 9 months now, there's been a surge in zoning variance applications to build fences in side yards that are 6 feet tall. Most of these applicants simply have wanted to replace existing fencing, which in several cases was already 6 feet tall, or they wanted to install new fencing to improve their sense of privacy and security and to improve their property values. The reasons for their participation in our variance process this year, as well as the eventual approval of each one of those cases, are actually consistent with data from the last 10 years of Board of Zoning Appeals, or BZA, cases. Our department's records indicate that over the last 10 years, this exact request has made up 13% of the total BZA caseload and has been approved in 93% of cases, which turns out to be all but 2 times. Justifications throughout this period mostly pertain to privacy, safety, and/or containing dogs, which sounds an awful lot similar to the justifications provided this year. Staff also researched 17 other cities in Ohio, many of which were demographically comparable to Sandusky. All municipalities that we researched, 6-foot-tall fencing in side yards was permitted. Like in Sandusky's code, these communities also maintain special rules for proposed fencing or walls on corner lots and within the front yard of a home. It's important to know that if these changes are adopted, staff has drafted the language to allow our existing rules for those same 2 aspects, corner lots and the front yards, to remain just as they have been. So this is really only side yards and the fence height there. In terms of the strategic plan, the proposed amendments will be aligned with our strategic plan's goals for neighborhoods, housing, and municipal services. Passing these amendments will allow the city to fulfill several goals within those categories. First, it will allow us to adapt our regulations according to long-term development trends. Second, it will allow the city to better facilitate residents' investments into their properties. Third, it will reduce BZA caseloads. Lastly, as a result, it will improve government efficiency. At the regularly scheduled meeting on August 27, 2025, the Planning Commission moved to recommend that the proposed ordinance changes be adopted by City Commission. Therefore, today it is recommended that the City Commission approve the proposed ordinance changes and that they be passed in accordance with Section 13 of the City Charter. Thank you.
As this is a public hearing, we will entertain questions from the public and from commission. Public have any questions regarding this public hearing? Commissioners, any questions regarding this public hearing? Mr. Panis, you are off the hook.
Should mention also, Mr. Chairman, I forgot to flip to this slide, which shows what is desired by these amendments. So again, a before with the 4-foot section and then an after. That's the only thing. Thank you.
I'm guessing that's not going to spur any additional questions.
Okay.
If so, I will declare this hearing closed. Thank you, Mr. Panis. Residents with comments regarding tonight's agenda, please step to the podium and share with us your thoughts on agenda items, and I'd ask that you keep your comments to 5 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Yes. Just cut you down 2 minutes. You got to keep it to 3 minutes. I guess that really didn't matter, now did it? Commissioners, you have before you several communications from staff recommending various pieces of legislation. Can I have a motion to accept those communications?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second discussion. Without objection, the motion be approved. Hearing no objection, that motion's approved. Commissioners, we have 10 items on the consent agenda this evening. Do any of you wish to move any of those items to the regular agenda? Ms. Myers, would you present the consent agenda?
Yes, Mr. President. Item A, new liquor license for Sunshine Food Mart. Item B, approval of natural gas agreement for city accounts with AEP Energy. Item C, approval of contract for bulky and solid waste vehicle inspection with Erie County Health Department Board of Health. Item D, approval of payment for 2026 911 fees to Erie County. Item E, approval of grant application for state fiscal year 2026 urban transit program with ODOT. Item F, approval of Sandusky Transit System dispatching software renewal with Foxter OPCO. Item G, approval to accept non-productive property into the land bank at 1914 Clinton Street. Item H, approval of change order 1 and final for Freedom's Echo Underground Railroad signage with Brilliant. Item I, approval to amend Codified Ordinance Chapter 917 for tree violations. This is a first reading. Item J, permission to dispose of unneeded items.
Commissioners, having heard this liquor license request for hearing, ordinances and resolutions, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Vargo?
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda items A through J, and declaring that all ordinances, resolutions as drafted and presented to the City Commission shall take an effect in accordance with Sections 13 or 14 of the City Charter.
Second.
A motion and a second discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Jolly.
I just had a couple of questions under item E. I wondered if the transit amount was up, down, or the same this funding period. And under the tree legislation, I just wondered, are there issues with people taking down trees where they shouldn't, and what the responsibility of the public is if we're going to go from 100 to 1,000 as a possible fine? I just wondered what that responsibility would be, or why we're moving in this direction.
Who would be able to respond to either of those questions? Mr. Stacy, perhaps the first question on transit. I don't know who we have here that's knowledgeable on the trees. Aaron. Good deal.
Thank you for the question, Commissioner. For the urban transit funds, we received a similar amount, similar to last year, over $600,000. This particular funding source is unique because we can use it for a local match. Specifically, the money we do not equal in operating, so that we can access our FTA funding dollars with it. So the urban transit funds, we have over $600,000 to match federally to support our system.
And the reason I ask is I didn't know if there was a trend for everything seems to be getting a decrease in funding, and maybe that's how I should have posed the question. Is it about the same, or?
I would focus on the in particular with transportation, I would focus on the cost of transportation increasing and a similar amount of funding being received over the course of the years. So the funding hasn't, in my experience, is around the same, but the costs associated with providing the service have almost tripled since 2020.
So, Mr. Stacy, you're saying the funding is staying the same, but expenses have a tendency to run away?
That is correct. To sustain our system, we have externally tried to sell it to increase local match. We have decreased operations to fit the cost of funding, and then we're exploring robust funding sources to then support the system as well.
Great. You do a great job with this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Klein, perhaps you could give us some insight on the tree issue?
Yes, the $100 was not much of a deterrent for people planting the wrong trees in the right-of-way. And those are issues that obviously we've been dealing with significantly with having the wrong tree, too big of a tree or something like that. There's been some pine trees planted. And what we end up doing is we have to inspect, we have to go back out and talk to the property owner, we have to possibly remove the tree if the property owner refuses to. So there's a lot of staff time involved in this. The hope is to deter the residents, to have them actually get the permit, talk to staff, do the right thing before we actually have to go out and do all this legwork. It's taking quite a few resources to go out and correct mistakes that residents are doing.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Jolly.
that sounds like a reason why it should be increased, but do you think the public is aware that you have to? I didn't even realize that I could plant a tree in the right-of-way. I thought the city had to do that.
I guess there are many people in the public that do. So when they call, we just tell them, yeah, grab a permit, because you're not allowed to excavate in the right-of-way without a permit, and obviously you need to do that to plant the tree. So it's just something you have to get the utilities marked and go through that whole process. So this is something that they are doing it. I don't know if they know the procedures necessarily, and we definitely work with them. It's not like as soon as we see them digging a hole, we go out and hand them an invoice for $1,000. We will work with them and try to get to a point that this is not something that we have to do.
Mr. Klein, when they are proactive on that and they take out a permit, do they tell you what kind of tree they're planting, or they tell you what they're doing to excavate, don't they?
They actually, there's a list of trees that are approved.
Yep.
Our forestry superintendent, who is a certified arborist, will recommend a certain tree for that neighborhood as well. Quite often they have a tree in mind that they want to plant. Often it's not the right tree for that location. Sometimes it is, and we say, yeah, go for it. But in the cases where it's not, we will let them know, this is not on our list, or this is not going to survive here. Maybe the soils aren't right, the boulevard's too small, those types of things. So the certified arborist will work with them beforehand once we receive the permit.
Good, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, a lot of this has to do with the heaving of sidewalks. If you remember, 6-7 years ago, we walked east end of town and there were sidewalks. We had buckeye trees that were 40, 50 feet high, and I think we are trying to eliminate them, and I'm pretty sure they're doing a lot better job now. Bree Holman also helps out quite a bit with that. She has a good background in it.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Cribb.
Yeah, when I saw this, and I mentioned this to our city manager, I just think that I have no objection to the proposal, but I do think that we've got to get the word out to the public that the boulevard, the tree lawn, whatever you want to call it, it is city property, and we have guidelines over these kinds of things. So hopefully, city staff can get that word out through the media, through social media, what have you, so that we can avoid these kind of issues. I also understand that it's not just the planting of trees, but sometimes the public takes it upon themselves to do their own trimming or actually cutting down of trees, that sort of thing, and that's not permissible either. So Just an observation.
Yeah, okay. We're getting into a fuzzy area of state law and who's responsible for the tree where and the branches where and those types of things. So
Right.
it's definitely not a black and white line as to who's responsible for what. But yes, if a resident does want to trim a tree, we certainly recommend reaching out and asking what should and shouldn't be done. And they need to have a certified tree expert that's certified with the building department to actually do the work on the trees in the right-of-way.
Makes sense.
Thank you, Mr. Klein. Ms. Myers, you call roll on that motion, please.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Pajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
And now on the request for liquor license request and on the ordinances and resolutions.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Pajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
Those items are passed. Ms. Myers, you present item number 1 on the regular agenda.
It is requested an ordinance be passed amending Part 9, Streets, Utilities, and Public Services Code, Title 3, Utilities, Chapter 939, Water Regulations and Rates, and adopting new sections 939.50 through 939.58, replacement of lead and galvanized service lines of the codified ordinance of the City of Sandusky in the manner and way specifically set forth here and below, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect under suspension of the rules and as contained in and in accordance with Section 13 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Waddington.
I move for the adoption of this ordinance under suspension of the rules in full accordance with Section 13 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Murray.
I did a little bit of background research on this to try to understand the context of this, and the EPA has required that cities take steps to eliminate all lead pipe service lines over the course of the next approximately 9 years. And I was curious to see whether the new administration might be supportive of that, or if this might be something we're doing that exceeds what's ultimately going to be required. And what I read was, no, the new administration does, current administration does also support this as a public health issue. And what the requirement is that all the pipes be removed over the course of the 9 years. And I think we've taken a very sensible approach in this legislation of saying, look, if there's a turnover, if the house is sold, the seller has to certify that it's lead safe or can't transfer. And we've also provided for a grant funding for certain folks who qualify to get that done between now and then, or maybe at the point of sale. Hopefully they take advantage of the grants that are available in the meantime if they're thinking about selling at some point in the near future. And then we require that the certification be made at any point in time that there's $30,000 or more invested reinvested in a property. This is all only for homes sold after or constructed after 1988, but that is the vast majority of the homes in our city. So it's a sensible approach. If, as we approach that 9-year deadline, we are not in full compliance, the government says that we can request an extension so long as we can demonstrate a good faith effort toward compliance. And I think as a result of what we're doing, we will be able to demonstrate that. So I think this is a very sensible approach, and I thank staff for presenting this legislation.
Additional comments, Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Cribble.
Yeah, just a point of clarification, and that is when we say service lines, what lines are we talking about? Are we talking about the mains that are out in the street, in the boulevard, under the street, that sort of thing? Are we talking about the laterals that go from that to the house? All of the above? I just want to be clear on that.
Yeah, so the service line is, we associate that term service line with water. The term lateral we associate with sewer. So service line is what is from the water main to the house. So it's the private line that serves that one residence, that one building, that one property. that line in its entirety is technically owned by the property owner, but the city has taken on the responsibility, so we break it into kind of two responsible pieces. One would be, we call it city-owned, which is the piece from the curb stop out to the main, and then the rest of it from that location, the meter basically to the house, is what is the property owner's full responsibility. Now, again, owning and responsible are two different things. So it's that technically the service line is what's from the main all the way to the residence and through the house to the.
Yeah, I just think that clarification is not just important for the seven of us sitting at the table, but also so the public fully understands what's involved. This is a big deal.
Yes.
Additional comments, Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Waddington?
internally in your house, PVC's pretty inexpensive, where you don't have to use the different pipes, correct? And we're okay with that in the city of Sandusky?
Yes, PVC is fine. I know PEX is a pretty good material. We'd love to see copper, but it's, like you said, a little more expensive. Yeah, so anything but lead or galvanized right now for the most part.
I switched because I had corrosion on the inside. Could hardly get, you can tell a difference in your pressure too. So,
Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes,
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
yes,
That ordinance is approved under Section 13 and will come back to us for one more reading. Ms. Myers, you present item number 2.
It is requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into a contract with D2 Excavating LLC of Vickery, Ohio for the MacArthur Park Roadway and Utility Improvement Project and declaring that this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Crable?
I move approval of this ordinance under item 2 in full accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Mr. Klein, this is the second of 2 phases. Am I correct? This is the east side?
Excluding Camp Street, yes. This is the east side, so yes, it'll be Parkview, it'll be the east portions of North and South Forest, and then it will also be East Forest and a little piece of forest that goes between East Forest and Camp Street. So it'll be finishing up that neighborhood. And I do want to let the residents over there know that the contractor, we don't have a pre-con meeting set up and a full schedule, but the contractor is hoping to start the project and mobilize before Thanksgiving.
And we, once again, are the beneficiaries of the last half of that $950,000 grant from Congresswoman Kaptur.
Yes.
Great move. Be good to see that finished. Finishing when?
May 26th, I think, is what it was. May 30th of 26? Yeah, May 30th of 26 is the
Provided a very
scheduled
soft
completion date.
Additional comments or questions, Commissioner? Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that order, on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
yes,
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, you present item number 3.
It's requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into a contract with Smith Paving and Excavating Incorporated of Norwalk, Ohio for the Thomas Street roadway alignment and sidewalk installation along the east side project and declaring that this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, have you heard this ordinance? What's your pleasure?
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Coons?
move for approval of this ordinance under item 3 in full accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Mr. Klein, only one bid on this project, but slightly underneath the architect's estimate, and this is a company that we've done millions of dollars worth of work for us. I don't think we have a concern about that, but any idea why just one bidder?
It's pretty late in the season. Most of them are tied up trying to finish their construction projects before winter hits.
And this will happen soon?
They're hoping to start this project within the next couple weeks.
Great.
Yes.
Additional comments or questions, Commissioners? Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
And now on the ordinance?
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, you present item number 4.
It is requested an ordinance be passed, amending ordinance number 25-199, passed on August 11, 2025, authorizing and directing the city manager to execute purchase contracts for the acquisition of 2 parcels located at 1134 Huntington Ave and 516 East Adams Street from Welcome Home, Ohio, for use through the Welcome Home Ohio program, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman,
Jolly.
I would move to adopt this ordinance in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Ms. Gilson, I can tell by your look that you're ready to explain what we're doing here.
Sure. Earlier today, I sent you all budgets to actuals from what was estimated in December of 2025 in terms of construction costs and where we are today in September of 2025. Apropos of the conversation earlier, some of the site work costs as well as sewer and water line replacement has increased the cost of construction. You'll see in the hard construction costs, the developer has been able to retool a little bit and try to realize some savings, but the increase in site work is where we're seeing the necessary increase for our purchase price. I think it's very important to point out the purchase price for the city of Sandusky and buying these homes from the developer is increasing. The sale price to the end buyer is not increasing. We are holding our buyers harmless.
And we're doing that by just taking more money per home out of the $3.5 million fund.
Exactly.
So we may eventually end up with a home and a half or 2 homes less because of that.
Right now, we're estimating 2 homes less.
2 homes, yeah, that's what I estimated too. Additional comments or questions, Commissioners?
Mr. Chair, I just have
Mr.
one.
Coons.
I just have one question for Ms. Gilson. I just want to make sure I understand, because those costs are passed on, as it relates to the homeowner, because, you know, a lot of these folks are first-time homeowners, right? And they might buy a second home maybe 10 years down the line. What's attached to that in terms of that sale price? Isn't there a ceiling so people can understand
There is.
exactly what that means
Right.
before they?
In the next matter are 2 additional purchase agreements. You have to stay in the home for a certain period of time, and then the home cannot be sold to anyone who is at 80% of median income or higher.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Just one.
welcome. You're welcome.
Ms. Myers, will you poll the commission on that motion, please?
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
And now on the ordinance?
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, you present item number 5.
Number 1, it is requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to execute purchase contracts for the acquisition of 2 parcels located at 1704 Buchanan Street and 1508 Carr Street from Welcome Home, Ohio, for use through the Welcome Home Ohio program, in declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Crable?
I move approval of this ordinance, ordinance 1, item 5, ordinance 1, in full accordance with section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Got a motion and a second discussion. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
And now on the ordinance?
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Pajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Mrs. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Wantington?
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, you present item 5, ordinance number 2.
It is requested an ordinance be passed declaring that a certain real property owned by the city located at 1704 Buchanan Street, Sandusky, and identified as parcel number 58-00942 is no longer needed for any municipal purpose, and authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into an agreement to sell the designated real property to Kyoshante Nicholson, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Crable?
I move approval of the second ordinance under item number 5 in full accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion.
Mr. Chair.
Ms. Fargo?
Could we ask Ms. Gilson to just give a little background on that one right there? Item 2, as far as, did you want to maybe,
Sure. I believe Ms.
That's
Nicholson
what I
may be
thought.
here.
yeah, I thought maybe.
Yes, I don't want to embarrass you. Thank you for being here. I did want to thank you. Point out that we have one of our buyers in the audience today.
And if she has a speech prepared, we'd be more than happy to hear it.
I told her in a correspondence, if she'd like to be here, she can be, but I saw her come in earlier and just wanted to note that several of our buyers have come to these meetings, so
Yes.
they're so excited and just a real pleasure to work with.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, it's just very exciting.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking a chance on us. Additional comments? Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
The ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, you present item number 5, ordinance number 3.
It is requested an ordinance be passed declaring that a certain real property owned by the city located at 1508 Carr Street, Sandusky, and identified as parcel number 58-01981.003 is no longer needed for any municipal purpose, and authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into an agreement to sell the designated real property to Elena Harvey, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Waddington?
I move for the adoption of this ordinance 5-3 under suspension of rules in full accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Ms. Gilson, is Ms. Harvey here?
I don't believe Ms. Harvey, no, she is not here.
Okay. Comments or questions, commissioners? Kind of a duplicate of the last one, really. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mrs.
Yes.
Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Nicholson, I will point out that I'm going to allow you to sneak out the door if you don't want to sit through the rest of this meeting. You're more than welcome to stay, but it's not a requirement. We're not going to rescind that ordinance. You're good to go. I'll give you cover to get out of here. The rest of you have to stay.
Yeah.
Ms. Myers, you present item number 6.
It is requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into an agreement with GovWell Technologies Incorporated of New York, New York, for the purchase, deployment, data migration, and support services for the new software management solution to be used by the Planning Department and Divisions of Building and Code Compliance, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Crable?
I move approval of this ordinance under item number 6 in full accordance with the city charter, Section 14.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
this is a pretty impressive piece of software. I took a look at what the interaction between staff and the vendor, and then what they provide just on their website. I really do anticipate that we'll get more than our money back for this. Obviously, we need to do it because the existing software is no longer supported, and we still have a chance to migrate that to a new system, that is to move the data over. So that's very important. But I think that for management, it will be an incredibly important tool in order to be able to track what it is that we're doing in the field and having accountability, and likewise to the staff to be able to keep track of what they're doing and make that work more efficient. So I'm pleased to see we're making this investment.
Additional comments or questions? Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
That ordinance is passed. Ms. Myers, we present item number 7.
It is requested an ordinance be passed amending Part 11 Planning and Zoning Code, Title 5, Additional Zoning Requirements, Chapter 1145 Supplemental Areas and Height Regulations, Section 1145.17 Landscape Features and Yard Structures of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Sandusky in the manner and way specifically set forth herein below, and declaring this ordinance shall take effect under the suspension of rules as contained in and in accordance with Section 13 of the City Charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Coons.
move for approval of this ordinance under item 7 in full accordance with Section 13 of the City Charter.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Wantington?
That ordinance passed under first reading and will come back to us again for another reading and a vote. Ms. Myers, will you present item number 8?
It is requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to purchase a new Kubota RTV X2C utility vehicle from Streacker Tractor Incorporated of Fremont, Ohio, through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program for the wastewater treatment plant, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, how do you wish to proceed?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
I
Bajali.
would move to adopt this ordinance in accordance with Section 14 of the City Charter.
Second.
Been a motion and a second. Discussion. Mr. Klein, do I understand that this is replacing a vehicle that is being sent to the graveyard? Is that correct? To die?
It's not going to die at the graveyard. It's going to be used at the cemetery for funerals, but yes. We currently use a tractor, and it's not very convenient, and the other option is to use trucks, and those are not really easy to use around the plant. So it's much more, it's much easier to use them at the cemetery between all the graves and everything else, so it'll be better there.
Is this equipment capable of digging? Does it have attachments? to
No,
dig?
it's not. It's mostly to haul equipment around, haul materials around, tools, those types of things. You know, so you don't have to load a pickup truck and try to get in there.
Easy to navigate in the cemetery to everything. Thank you, Mr. Klein. Additional comments or questions? Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady? Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Wantington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
That ordinance is passed. Myers, you present our last item, item number 9.
It is requested an ordinance be passed authorizing and directing the city manager to purchase a tire changer and balancer package from Snap-on Industrial of Chicago, Illinois, through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program for the Fleet Maintenance Division, and declaring this ordinance shall take immediate effect in accordance with Section 14 of the city charter.
Commissioners, having heard this ordinance, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Crable.
I move approval of this ordinance under item number 9 in full accordance with Section 14 of the City Charter.
Second.
Motion and a second discussion. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that ordinance, please. That motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Pajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Vargo?
Yes.
Mr. Waddington?
And now on the ordinance.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Pajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Vargo?
Yes.
Mr. Waddington?
That ordinance is passed. That concludes our regular agenda. We'll turn to our city manager for his report.
Good evening, Commissioners, audience, and staff. I have a donation from Sandusky Fire and would like to thank the Sandusky Memorial Day Association for a $100 donation they received for participating in the 2025 Memorial Day Parade. Get a motion to accept that.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second discussion. Without objection, the motion will be approved. Hearing no objection, that motion is approved. Our thanks.
Several for Parks and Rec. Mike Marshall for donating a custom-made wood folding picnic table. Table will be used at Mills Creek Golf Course. H2 Productions for their donation of kitchen supplies to Mills Rec. And For Love With Love for their $5,000 donation toward Midtown Supper Club's 2026 program. This event will be in its 8th year next year, and their donation will help offset the cost of the event. If we get a motion to accept all those donations.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second discussion. Without objection, that motion will be approved. Hearing no objection, that motion is approved. Our thanks to all of them.
All registered voters in the city of Sandusky were recently mailed the ballot language for the 3 charter amendments that will be on the ballot for the November general election. Information about the charter amendments, as well as a copy of the mailer, can be found online at www.cityofsandusky.com/charter. Residents are reminded that they can sign up for our email list to receive up-to-date information about what is happening in the city. Residents can sign up for our monthly newsletter, general news alert, and traffic emergency alerts at www.cityofsandusky.com/newsletter. The Ohio Traffic Safety Office recently awarded the Sandusky Police Department the 2026 Summer Holiday Enforcement Grant amount of $24,815.31. The funds will pay for extra officers to focus on traffic activities on specific dates surrounding holidays and summer events. Streets and traffic staff will begin citywide leaf collection in November. Once finalized, the schedule will be posted on the city's website and social media pages. The drop-off area for bag leaves near the Marquette Drive entrance to the city complex is now open. For questions about the leaf collection program, call 419-627-5829. The Mills Creek Golf Course Bridge along hole number 5 has reopened on October 6th. And Sandusky Park and Rec would like to thank Susan Zier, Samantha Smith for their dedication to this year's Love Where You Live cleanup series. Susan and Sam tag teamed hosting each cleanup event. They hosted 10 cleanup days that took place on Saturdays at 9 a.m. There was a total of 126 volunteers and 89 bags of trash collected. That concludes my report. I'll take any questions the commission has.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Waddington.
I was the only one in attendance for the ribbon cutting at that bridge.
Was that relatively early in the morning?
About 7:20.
That's why you were the only one there.
I made sure I got out there. I cut it and kept both pieces.
Then went on.
After 4 years, I believe me.
Then went on to play subpar golf.
No, not that day. Depends what beverage I have in the morning.
Yeah, 7:20. Ooh.
Ooh.
Any additional questions for Commissioner Waddington or Mr. Orzak? Well, they're letting you off the hook easy, Mr. Orzak. Items of old business. Any items of old business, Commissioners? Any items of new business? We have
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Murray.
I make a motion to have an executive session regarding litigation.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Vargo?
Yes.
Mr. Waddington?
Yes.
That executive session is set. Additional items of new business.
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman,
Waddington.
I know it's a little bit early, but I wanted to get it started, so I cleared it with our city manager and our finance lady, that we are planning, we've done this yearly, I think, it probably goes back 15, 16 years, planning on hosting a Christmas drive on the first Saturday in December, which would be 12/6, and it's going to be from 10 to 11:30. And the big thing is, it's going to be a toy and money drive this year. And if you can't make it in between that little window, instead of us being down there 4 or 5 hours, you can drop it off. Nita Cromer's the director down there at Karen Show. You could drop it off during the week if you want to do a check or drop a toy off or something, anytime, prior to that. But I just wanted to make sure that, we're going to have to take a vote on this, I guess, right? Right, boss?
It's only
And Mr. Waddington wanted to make a request of a $2,000 donation from the city.
So that's in the form of a motion, I would think.
Yep.
And we'll ask for a second to that motion. We have a motion, we have a second. Discussion? Ms. Myers, you poll the commission on that motion, please.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Crable?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo?
Yes.
Mr. Waddington?
Yes.
That motion is passed, and that money will be sent. Additional items of new business.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Waddington.
At the next city commission meeting in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the volunteer awards, and we have 5 this year, and all have been long-term volunteers at the city greenhouse, and we're trying to do a catch-up. These ladies put in hundreds and hundreds of hours every year, and I'm sure you've seen the parks. We've recognized some of them in the past. Washington Park wouldn't look like it does without the volunteer hours. So I think you're going to have it at 5 o'clock?
We're going to have it at the beginning of this meeting.
Okay, in 2 weeks, so, okay,
Put it on the agenda, early in the agenda.
okay.
And we will have cookies and lemonade. How's that? Big time.
Ooh.
Additional items of new business.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Coons.
just want to make a quick announcement that the local NAACP is sponsoring its annual Freedom Fund banquet on October 25th out at Sawmill Creek. I believe it starts at 5 p.m. But there is also a meet and greet that starts earlier between 4 and 4:45 for any of the folks campaigning for elected positions.
That date is October 25th.
Yes, it's Saturday.
Additional items of new business. Now we'll move to comments from residents regarding city business. Your opportunity to give us your thoughts. Ask that you give us your name and address. Keep your comments to 5 minutes if you can.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tim Schwanger, 362 Sheffield Way. For the last month or so, I've been trying to get some information on the Battery Park development, like what plans Maroos Brothers has for demolition starting here pretty soon. And I don't know if Maroos Brothers isn't keeping the city staff up to date on exactly what they want to do or what they're going to do for phase 1. But it'd be nice, since we own the property, that the community be informed on whether or not they're going to be taking down Damon's or tearing out all the trees at Battery Park, or if they're going to be demolishing all the piers around the outside. Just a little bit of an update on exactly what they're going to do for the first phase. I don't know if I need to set up a meeting with Maroos Brothers to try to get that information, or if city staff can get that information, but I've been asking for that information for a couple months now, and I have not received any updates other than the fact of one word: demolition, and that's all I've gotten. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schwanger.
Hi, my name is Marcy Platt. I live at 1217 Columbus Avenue, and I must have been one of the first people to get your new notification of grass weed violation. If you look at it, anyhow, it was given to me, it was not given to me, should be mailed to me. It was put with a piece of white clear plastic tape in between in the front of the house, not on my door, nothing like that. It strictly says my address, 1217, so they know where I live. A lot of times I don't even go to the front of my house. There's a lot of houses on Columbus Ave in those areas where we actually live in our backyards more so than we're ever in the front. The significance of 8/28/25 is that's the Thursday before Labor Day weekend. Now, it gives me 5 days to get rid of weeds in the back. Otherwise, labor charge is $45 per hour. Equipment charge is $100 per hour plus dump fees. Administrative fee of $100 shall also be assessed to recover the city's direct administrative costs. This is the only notice you will receive regarding this property this calendar year. It's a prima facie violation. I don't know what that word means, and I didn't look it up. Of the city's ordinance, if noxious weeds or grass 8 inches or more in height exist on any lot or land within the city of Sandusky at any time during growing season, defined as March 1st through October 31st. The property which has been previously cited under this ordinance for the current year is found to have weeds, grass of a height of 8 inches or higher, the city will cause the weeds, grass to be cut and removed at the owner's expense without further notice. The problem is the 24-hour deal. I called on that Friday to talk to John Ferris, very nice young man, but I didn't get a hold of him. It was the day before Labor Day weekend. So what had happened is I took a tree down, had a tree down. I took it down before it fell down. And I also had a huge forsythia bush removed, cost me $1,600. And of course, with no tree there, weeds came in. And there's poison ivy. And if anybody knows anything about poison ivy, it's not a one and done. It is a weed that grows as a vine, and you have to keep putting stuff. I had already started working on that project. I went out, I said, the heck with it, did it all myself, could barely move the next 2 days because I'm 64 years old and I have 2 bad knees. Now, I watched one of the city commission meetings where you guys all voted 7-0 that 24 hours would be a good idea. Sometimes I think people forget who the stakeholders are. They're the residents. They're my neighbors. There are other people. Who am I going to get on that weekend to do that? And what about the older people who are going to freak out and somebody's going to take advantage of them and charge them $200 or $300 to do that? You need 3 separate forms. You need residents, you need the VRBO and the landlords, and you need commercial. Commercial have people. If I owned a business, I could call somebody and say, hey, Jim, go out and take care of this. VRBO, they have an hour to come, supposedly. Not one VRBO takes care of their snow removal. And if you find people that have, that's unusual. But you can tell on our block who's a VRBO and who isn't. And we watched consecutively at one of the houses where things are not cleaned up and taken care of. Yet, this is what a resident gets? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The other thing is, there's been a large container at the end of Finch and Columbus Avenue. It was there for a long time, over a month probably this summer. Now it's there again. We had another accident in front of our house. I live on the first house my driveway is the first one across from Finch.
Thank you, Ms. Platt, for your comments, but we're up against the 5-minute timeline, and you're about a minute past that now, but I trying to give you a little leeway. If there's a question in here, I'll be glad to hear it, and we can move on.
The question is, I would like to see someone address this issue of notification of grass, weed violations. I would like the residents to have a separate understanding and be treated separately than people who are making money off of the city or other people.
Thank you, Ms. Platt, for that suggestion.
Thank you.
Additional residents' comments on any item that pertains to city business? If not, we will move to executive session. I think so. I'll ask Tom when we get him. So much easier.
It's going to be
You're good.
interesting to see.
I will entertain a motion to come back out of executive session and back into open meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Mr. Hastings, will you poll the commission on that motion?
Yes, Mr. Crable,
Yes.
Mr. Kuntz,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Brady,
Yes.
Ms. Vargo,
Yes.
Mr. Pajali,
Yes.
Mr. Waddington.
Yes.
We're back into open session at 6:15 PM. I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Murray.
I move to approve a settlement agreement between the city and Pivotal Housing Partners to proceed with essentially to provide a zoning approval or variance approval, I should say, for a project on Milan Ave, and that has been the subject of action by the BZA on September 18, 2025, and which was subsequently appealed on September 30 to the Erie County Court of Common Pleas.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion. Mr. Hastings, will you poll the commission on that motion?
Mr. Waddington,
Yes.
Mr. Pajali,
Yes.
Ms. Vargo.
Yes.
Ms. Brady,
Yes,
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Kuntz,
Yes.
Mr. Crable.
Yes.
that motion is passed. I will entertain a